This demo is on Optimal Blue. I'm in a sample file. Please note that Optimal Blue as an interface will only show up when the file is in application status or beyond. Go to the Lock Desk secondary screen, pricing and lock request page. Your file is ready for a lock request. You can submit to Optimal Blue. Now let me just show you something. If the file is missing information that is needed, and I come to the pricing and lock request screen, it will tell me there is an error on the property and give me an opportunity to review and fix that. That will then push it right out to the pricing engine. The credit score, debt to income ratio, reserves, that all pulls over from the Byte file. You can choose to search by price, rate, lock period, or just have it open-ended. When you're ready to see pricing, click Submit, and the available pricing shows up. Home Ready, Fannie Mae, it's because of the AUS being chosen as DU. I could change that right here and change that to not specified. Rerun that so that my Freddie Mac options come up. Also, if I see that I missed something, there's a product down here that I want, why isn't this coming up? I click Show if a product isn't showing as available, and it tells me exactly what I'm missing as to why the property does not qualify for that program. If I want to qualify for that program and I want to make a change, then I go right back up here to Product Search to bring myself right back into the initial product search itself. Make any necessary changes that I need to make, and click Submit. I'm now coming with no eligible products, and the reason is because it's a 2-unit and LTV is greater than 80. So I'm going to go back and change that back to 1 unit and resubmit. That will now show me, well, again, that didn't take, so I'm going to go not specified, resubmit again. Now I've got all my loan options available. I'm going to choose the one that's priced best. My borrower's income qualifies for Home Ready, so that looks like the best product for me on this day, so I'm going to go ahead with Home Ready. Once I open that up, it shows me the different rates that are available. I'm going to sell a 4 1/8 to this person, so I'm going to come over here. I'd like to price out the MI also. You can click on MI. And it will price out all the different MI options for me so I can see them in a comparison. You can even print this out and go over it with your borrower if you'd like. If I'm ready to go, then I'm going to go with the 4 1/8, and I'm going to go ahead and request that lock. Remember, I am priced on 30 days. I could change that right here to 45, 60 for a longer extension period. 30 days is what I want at 4 1/8, so I'm going to go ahead and request that lock. That brings me back here just to confirm my pricing at 4 1/8. Everything looks good at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and request the lock and save to LOS. It's going to be very rare that you see this error, but when you do, just read the error and move forward. It's going to bring me back here. I'm going to once again go, now I'm going to switch over here and, alright, Freddie Mac should be fine, Home Possible 30-year fixed. That now gives me the option to go ahead and lock at this price. Now I'm getting the right pricing on that loan. Everything looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and request a lock. Lock request has been submitted and pushed to your LOS. You can continue to work on your loan within your LOS. You're going to go ahead and close that, close this page, and I'm going to refresh my screen here. Go back to my pricing and lock request. You can now see that this is grayed out. Lock request has been submitted. I cannot go back into Optimal Blue from within the file. Gives me the timestamp for the lock, the product, and all the price adjustments. This lock extension is in here from a prior example that I was running, so we'll get to that in a little bit. All the rest of these adjustments here are all from the loan itself, and my base pricing down here is the same base pricing that I saw when I was in Optimal Blue. I've now received notification that the loan has been locked. You'll see that this opens back up so that I can come in and run any changes, product changes, lock extensions, anything else that I need. We're now locked in with the expiration date, the adjustments corrected by the lock desk, my final price right down there, and I'm good to go. Now, I'm into the loan process and I realize I need to extend my loan. And on top of extending, the borrower is now going to be putting 15% down instead of 5%. Actually, make it 20%. They're going to eliminate the mortgage insurance. They had a big night at the casino and can put some more money down. So we're going to do a product change request as well as a lock extension. I'm going to come back here just like I did for the initial lock, submit to Optimal Blue. Once I am in the loan, I'm going to come up here to change request. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the lock. I would like to extend the lock for 7 days. I can then calculate the cost, final price, the adjustment. I'm going to apply the change. And just like that, my loan has been updated. So we're going to go back to the loan itself. We're going to refresh the screen again. And now we can see my lock extension is automatically applied. My lock close date is now extended, and all of that happens automatically with just a few clicks. Now I need to change the loan amount as well. So I'm going to come to Submit to Optimal Blue again. This time I'm going to do a product, again, change request. This time I'm going to do a product change or profile change. Profile change, come in here. I'm now going to go from 95 to 80 LTV. Oh, no, that didn't change anything. It's going to make me do the math here. So I'm at 250. Well, obviously, duh, that's 200,000. Looks like I lost my change here, so I'm going to do profile change. I'm going to change the first lien to 200,000. Drops my LTV to 80, and I'm going to resubmit. Now I can see where my product changes have occurred. So previously had no adjustments. Now at 80 LTV, I'm getting hit with 1.25. So with that being said, I'm going to tell this borrower it's actually a better decision for them to go with 85. I'm going to come back here. Change this to 212,500. And I think that's going to be the best price for this gentleman. The price doesn't actually change. Okay. This now shows me side by side what the changes are. This didn't actually change the price at all. It does change the principal and interest, the loan amount, LTV. The pricing itself stays actually losing some pricing simply just because the loan amount's going down. And I go ahead and submit the change request. At this point, the change request has been submitted to the lock desk. And I will now wait on the lock desk. Once the lock desk has approved the change in pricing, again, I'm going to refresh my screen here. Making that change in Optimal Blue actually changes the product, loan amount, and pricing on the loan automatically. I'd like to show another example here real quickly. This is a jumbo loan. Even though these products are going to come back expired, I just want to give you an example here. Okay, well, why aren't some of my other options showing up here? I'm going to come down here. State is Maryland. LTV is less than 90. Just a reminder to look at these. Make sure that all your options are up there to see if you're missing something. Parkside 1 Jumbo right here. Let me show you an example here. Say I want to change my lock period to 45 days. This lock stays at 30. Parkside does not price at 45 days. That is not an accurate price, so you need to make sure that you keep an eye out for that. When I click to open that up, all I have is a 30-day price. There is no 45 days. So it still prices on 45 days, but it's only a 30-day price. So that is not my 45-day price. You need to make sure that you are keeping an eye on that. So again, this is just a reminder that when you're running scenarios like this, sometimes you need to look at the ineligible products, see why they're ineligible. You then need to look at the lock information itself. Make sure everything is right before you submit for that lock request. That's it.